everyone, and welcome to Yoga with Rachel. Today we explore gate pose. Now, if you want to know all about the benefits of this posture, feel free to read about it in the description box down below this video, but let's get started. So come on down to the ground, to your hands and knees. Stack your wrists underneath your shoulders, knees underneath the hip points. Take a moment to spread the fingers nice and wide, pressing into the fingertips to really feel this yummy connection to the earth. Let's rock that pelvis forward slightly, creating length in our low back body. And as we do this action, perhaps you notice that the low core begins to turn on a little bit here, it begins to light up. So that is super important as we explore this posture, and really for any yoga pose for that matter. Let's swing our left leg back and behind us, and the right leg will follow. We're aligning our knee with our hip here, and we're pressing on into the top of our left foot for balance and stability. After all, it is a core component of our base. Let's send our right leg out long. Toes will be pointing forward, the whole foot planted on the earth. Our right leg here is nice and straight and strong. So this is what our legs will be doing. And what about the upper half, right? So if you brought an item with you to the practice, you can bring it out now. If you have a yoga block, you can use some thick books. You can even use a folded up blanket. Place it on the earth and then place your left hand on top of that item. So what this ends up happening, or what this ends up doing, is that we're really raising the earth up to meet us, creating a little bit more space in the upper half of our body. So that is an option that you can play around with there. Or you can just be up on the fingertips, or down on the ground, palm on the earth. So when we're here, we're trying to align our wrist with our shoulder. Okay, one tendency that I notice whenever I'm in this posture is that I like to jut my bum out. Likes to go back in space. So I'm going to encourage us all to just rock our pelvis forward slightly, and then perhaps you feel a little bit more engagement in the core. With your right hand, imagine that you have like peanut butter, jelly, honey on it. Let's smear it across our rib cage to really help us open on up through our chest to stay nice and lifted here. On our next breath in, let's reach our right hand up and towards the sky, and then on an exhale, reaching it on over towards the left side of the mat. And breathe here. So if you are brand new to gate pose, you may be wondering, what should I be doing with my head? What should I be doing with my neck? It feels a little bit tense here. So if looking forward is a little bit too much right now, feel free to look on down towards the ground, towards your hand. Or you can roll your shoulder, open up a little bit more, and look on up towards the sky. And just keep that action going. We're always trying to find ways to create more ease in these postures, so just keep that in mind as you explore. One more breath cycle. And then on your next exhale, connecting to your core and imagining that someone is lifting you up by your right hand, we rise on up. Whew. Shake it off. Whatever happened, happened. Let's roll on to our right heel here. And on an inhale, let's send our left hand up and towards the sky. And then on an exhale, sliding our right hand down to our thigh, just hanging out here just for a moment. We're not really pressing on into our leg. We're keeping our right hand, right, left, oh my goodness, yoga for the brain, nice and lightly on our thigh here. So basically what I'm trying to say is not a lot of pressure. Or if you would like, you can take it a little bit further and slide your right hand down to your shin. Meanwhile, we're trying to stay nice and open in our chest. Breathe in, and then on your next exhale, connecting to your center as you rise on up. Woohoo! Side one, done. Okay, so we're gonna make our way back to a tabletop position, and I'm just gonna turn myself so that way you're not staring at my back the entire time. So coming on down to the ground, stacking our wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hip points. Once again, spreading those fingers, rocking that pelvis forward. Let's swing our right leg now back and behind us. The left leg begins to follow. Right knee in line with our hip. We're pressing on into the top of our right foot for that balance and stability to create a strong foundation here. And then let's kick our left foot towards the side here. Really pressing the whole foot down into the ground, and we are pointing our toes forward. The left leg is nice and straight here. And then choose a variation with your right hand. So feel free to use that item. You can prop yourself up on that, or you can come on down nice and low to the ground, your choice. With the left hand, we guide our rib cage open. Just check it out here. Perhaps even just take a moment to rock that pelvis forward if we feel like the bum is going back a little bit. And on an inhale, we send our left hand up and towards the sky, and then exhale, reaching it on over towards the right side of our mat. And breathe. Again, find any movement with the neck that feels nice and yummy for your body. And I also have to say that the breath is such an exceptional tool to really help us find more ease in the posture, or perhaps even just to dig in a little bit deeper. So keep the breath going. One more breath cycle here. And then on the next exhale, connecting to your center and pretending like someone is lifting us up from our left hand, we rise on up. Roll onto your left heel now, and on your next breath in, let's send our right hand up and towards the sky, and then exhale, sliding that left hand down to the thigh, and then reaching the right hand over towards the left side. Really breathing some love, some air into our rib cage here. It's a really nice juicy stretch for our side body. And feel free to slide your left hand down the leg if that feels good for you. And one thing to note, if the knees are kind of like, I don't like this, feel free to just keep a small micro bend in your knee here. There's no need to lock up. Just play around, stay curious. We are here for one more breath cycle. And then on the next exhale, imagine that someone's lifting you up from your right hand. We rise on up. Lovely. Come on down to the ground. Extend your legs out long in front of you and just shake it off. Give your legs a little bit of love, some TLC for all the hard work that they just did. Okay. So I hope that you found this tutorial really useful. I hope that maybe you took some tips away with you. Basically, in like a number of different classes, we explore gate pose. So it is really good to know the ins and the outs of this posture. If you haven't done so already, kindly subscribe to Yoga with Rachel, as it is the best way to support free yoga content for all. You can also ring that notification bell in order to be notified of new video uploads to the channel, and also to stay connected, because I would love to stay connected with you. Hit that like button if you enjoyed today's practice, and kindly share this video with someone that you believe would benefit from exploring this pose. Comments and questions welcomed and encouraged. Thank you so very much for joining me here today. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Take care and bye for now.